Hello, YouTube world. I want to talk to you real quick about the national championship game in college basketball going on tonight. And it looks very clear that this game is going to be rigged for the Kansas Jayhawks. So let's just go ahead and take a quick look at some points here as to why this thing looks like it is going to be rigged for Kansas. And I'm going to play a video for you right now, and this was right after Kansas defeated Villanova Saturday. Charles Barkley speaking.
Not only are they going to play for the national championship Monday, they are going to win the national championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know what? I've seen enough. I think they're going to be tough for anybody to beat. I think they're going to win. Because let me tell you something. Other than McCormick and Abachi, the other guys didn't play well. Remy.
And so he's clearly talking about Kansas, who had just won. He doesn't mention the name Kansas, but as you can see here, this is right after Kansas had beaten Villanova. And then at the end, he mentions David McCormack, Ochai Agbaji, Remy Martin, Kansas players. So obviously, if you aren't familiar with college basketball, he doesn't mention the name Kansas, but you can see he's clearly talking about Kansas. They just won, and he mentions their players. Let's play this one more time.
Tonight, and let me tell you something. Not only are they going to play for the national championship Monday, they are going to win the national championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know what?
And how about that? Ernie Johnson says, "Is that what we like to call a guarantee?" And Clark Kellogg breaks out in laughter. And the reason being, they know it's rigged. This is mocking the public, rubbing in your face, predictive programming. These guys sitting this table know who's going to win. They know it's rigged. They're likely all Masons. I don't know that for sure, but they're in the know. And, Ernie Johnson says, "Is that what we call a guarantee?" And they start laughing.
Going to win the national championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know what? Championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? They're going to win the national championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know what? Going to win the national championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know, championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know what?
And we see them getting a kick out of it, laughing about it. Charles Barkley telling you clearly who is going to win the national championship because he knows beforehand, because these games are rigged. And oftentimes they will tell you beforehand who is going to win these big games. A lot of times they'll literally tell you beforehand. I don't remember this, but someone had mentioned another YouTube channel. I think it was Lobo. He's got a good channel showing how they rig these games. Talked about how Barkley talked about how the Bucks were going to win the NBA title last year before they did. Was just blatantly stating they are going to win. So they do this all the time. Yeah, I want to look at a couple more things here. I want to show you another video. So this is a commercial that has been playing all throughout the NCAA tournament. And this commercial also played Saturday during the Final Four games.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we going to do what they say can be done?
Did you catch that? Let's watch this again, and I think you're going to catch what's in here.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we going to do what they say can be done?
So why this is interesting is this commercial has been playing all throughout the NCAA tournament, and as you'll notice, the Kansas Jayhawk logo is featured in this commercial. Why is that important? Because there are three, mascot, the mascot and the logo. This is the mascot. So the Kansas Jayhawk mascot is featured prominently. Why is that important? There are three mascots featured in this commercial, but only one of these is of a team currently playing in the NCAA tournament this year. You've got the Oregon Duck, the Air Force Falcon, but neither of these two schools made the NCAA tournament, and that's part of this riddle. So the only mascot featured of a team currently that was playing in the NCAA tournament this year and had the opportunity to win the NCAA tournament was the Kansas Jayhawk. And it would be, probably a little too blatantly obvious for the brain dead sleeping masses if they just showed one mascot, the Kansas Jayhawk. I wouldn't put them past that, but they do this to mock you. They put three mascots out there, and two of these mascots, the Oregon Duck, the Air Force Falcon, are not playing in the NCAA tournament. The Kansas Jayhawks are playing the NCAA tournament, so they're rubbing in your face saying Kansas is going to win the NCAA tournament. These other teams, Oregon and Air Force, are not even playing in the NCAA tournament. And here it says Nissan road to the Final Four. So they're showing you Kansas is going to make the final, not only make the Final Four, but win the championship. Road to the Final Four. By the way, notice the Nissan car color is crimson, which is also a color of Kansas. The crimson is a school color of the Kansas Jayhawks. So Oregon Ducks, Air Force Falcons, not even in the NCAA tournament. Kansas Jayhawks, the only mascot in this commercial in the NCAA tournament. They're blatantly saying Kansas is going to go to the Final Four and win the NCAA tournament. And of course, we see the 54 with the Air Force mascot. 54, if I'm not mistaken, is a number used, in rigging these games and headlines. If you looked at someone like Zach Hubbard that knows more about gematria than me, I'm sure they'd have a better explanation. But I'm sure there's something that 54. Let's take one more look and see if there's a number on that Kansas Jayhawk mascot. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we going to do what they say can't be done? And it's a number one. So I didn't even catch that at first. So here we go, the number one on the Kansas Jayhawk. And I believe that there is showing they're going to finish the season number one in the rankings, number one in the polls, number one on top. Kansas Jayhawks win the NCAA tournament, finish number one. You can kind of see the number one here too. So more predictive programming, just like Charles Barkley. If you know where to look, they give you the clues on this stuff as to who is going to win. And I want to just look at a few more points. This was on the pregame show for the Final Four Saturday. They show Allen Fieldhouse. Now, what's key is look at these numbers here. These are gates. 666. Let's blow this up a little bit so you can see this better. I know it's not easy to see. The picture's a little blurry, but 6, 6. There's your third 6. 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6. And this is in front of an idol statue of Phog Allen, the legendary coach of the University of Kansas. So there you go, 666, gate 666, kind of like the gates of hell. And, they do this all the time with teams that win championships, with players that win tournaments in tennis and golf, whatever you may have. You'll see the number 6, the number 66, and the number 66 always featured very, very prominently. It's no coincidence. When I saw that, just one more clue that Kansas is going to win the NCAA tournament. The next photo they went to, the video in the pregame showed the close up of the 6-6, which you can clearly see here, the 6 and the 6. And one more example of this 6-6. Here we see a graphic from ESPN. National title game appearances. North Carolina's now been in 12, Kansas in 10. We see Kansas 3 and 6. There's your 3 and 6 again. North Carolina is 6 and 5. Why this is key is I believe Carolina is going to lose and go to 6 and 6. You're going to have another 66. Kansas 3 and 6 right now. I think they're going to go to 4 and 6, and I think Carolina is going to lose to go to 6 and 6 for another 66. Let me tell you, full disclosure, if there were ever a team that I would not be motivated, to expose a rigged game, it would be the University of Kansas. Full disclosure, I went to the University of Kansas. I come from 3 generations of family that proudly went to the University of Kansas. I had 2 family members in the past that played football for the University of Kansas. One of them was only on the practice squad, and the other one was many, many years ago, before I was alive in the 1940s. So I've never had an opportunity to talk to them about sports being rigged or any of that. But I went to the University of Kansas, had 2 family members that played football there. I went to games at Allen Fieldhouse when I was a student. I was really into Kansas basketball. I would get so into these games, and I would get really upset and angry when Kansas would lose the NCAA tournament. Kansas, as many know, is known for underperforming and choking a lot of the times in the NCAA tournament. They're very routinely a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, constantly underperform. I would get angry and really upset when they lose. I get really into these games. That was before I found out that these sports were all rigged. So just full disclosure, if they're a team I wouldn't want to include in these rigging and take away from a championship, it would be the University of Kansas, because I'm an alumni of the University of Kansas. So if there were a team it gives me no pleasure to do this about, it would be the Kansas Jayhawks. But the truth is the truth. We got to be loyal to the Lord Jesus Christ, and we need to expose darkness and show the truth about how these games are rigged. Here's another headline. Final Four 2022. After string of losses, Mattress Mac bets $3.3 million for Kansas Jayhawks to win it all. And if you want to, you can look this article up. I'm just quickly going through this. You can look this up online. Just type in the headline. And what do you know? Look at the video clip, 33 seconds. Agbaji's stellar night from three-point land fuels Kansas, 33 seconds. Ochai Agbaji, where's number 30? If you add the 3 there, that's another 33. Number 33, point land, 33. You see, to really rub in your face, the video clip is 33 seconds in addition to the 33 here, the $3.3 million bet for Mattress Mac. Is M, what letter is M in the alphabet? Let me see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. M is the 13th letter in the alphabet. I was thinking there may be a 33 in that name, Mattress Mac, but no, I'm not sure. I'm not going to take too much time on this, but $3.3 million bet, 33, clip is 33 seconds. 33 seconds in the clip, really rubbing it in your face. with this. Um, and here is the page where that story led yesterday. Mattress Mac bets 3.3 million for KU to win it all. Kind of another clue that KU is going to win it all. And just for good measure, another 33 to rub in your face more. Number 33 for Kansas, who was the high scorer in the game Saturday, David McCormack. Number 33, he had a season high, I believe it was 25 points yesterday. There's another 33 to rub it in your face. And once again, just for good measure, Kansas beat Villanova Saturday. That was their 33rd win of the year. Just another example of that 33. Kansas wins their 33rd game of the year Saturday against Villanova. What do you know? 6 losses. So another, 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. Kansas with 6 losses, so a 6-6. Once again, just like we saw with the Allen Fieldhouse video in the pregame. So the 33 just running all over the place. You can look up this article on the Mattress Mac betting 3.3 million, the 33-second clip, the Mattress Mac story, then the David McCormack number 33 on top of it. There's even more. If you look at this photo here. Number 3. Oh, wow. I mean, I didn't even catch this at first. Number 3 for Kansas, DeJuan Harris Jr. Number 3 for Villanova, 33. I mean, this stuff just is unbelievable sometimes. What lengths they go to and how much they put in there. There's another 33. The Harris Jr. for Kansas, Villanova 33. The 3-pointer. There's the 3 and 3 right there. I mean, 33's just what? Isn't that something? The 33 with both the Kansas and Villanova prayer, the 3. On top of 33, the number 33 for Kansas, David McCormack, high score Saturday, and then the $3.3 million bet. Wow. I mean, it just is unbelievable what you'll see. And they just show you, time and time again, who's going to win these games, that they're rigged. Couple more points I want to make. Back on January 22nd, Bill Self's father dies at 82 years old. And you see that all the time with teams that win championships. Very often the death of a family member of a coach or player occurring around that time. And I've talked about that before. I don't want to even use the word, but SACRIFICE, spell that out. I don't want to even say the word. BLOODSACRIFICE. So all the time you constantly see the death of a family member, of a coach or player before a team wins the championship. Bill Self's father dies at 82 years old, January 22nd. Another headline, this is interesting. Bill Self admits he still talks to his late father in key moments. What a strange headline. Bill Self, this is from Sunday. Bill Self admits that he still talks to his late father at times since his passing a couple of months ago, including during Final Four weekend in New Orleans. I actually probably have talked to him more in the last couple of months than I probably did when he was still alive, when he was still living, Self said. Boy, isn't that creepy. I actually probably have talked to him more in the last couple of months than I probably did when he was still living, Self said. Wow. And then there was, I don't want to read this whole thing. Here's one more. Self said that sometimes when he's in a bind, he asks his dad, "What would you do here?" Why am I bringing this up? Because that's necromancy. Notice how they try to put the spin on this, that it's just kind of, and it is very sad that Bill Self's dad died. I wish he was still alive. I'd rather that he was still alive than Kansas win this championship. But they try to put a twist on this, like this is a normal thing talking to dead, but the Bible warns us this is necromancy. Here we have Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 9 to 12. When thou art come to the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. There it is, necromancer, someone that talks to the dead. That is forbidden of God. It's a serious sin. Bill Self admits he still talks to his late father in key moments. Bill Self, you need to repent. That is an abomination to God, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, Lord, that God drive them out from before thee. So that is a serious sin. And they're just lightly talking about necromancy here like it's kind of a loving thing, talking to a dead relative. And I warn everyone out there, do not talk to dead relatives. If you're not aware that that is a sin and abomination to God, talk to Jesus Christ. You don't talk to the dead. You talk to Jesus Christ, because the Lord Jesus Christ is living. He rose from the dead. Jesus is not dead. He is alive and living, the living God. And I just want to point this out to you. I'm putting this video out there uh, before this game starts, and let me prove it to you. Here it is right now. You can see 8:35 a.m. Monday, April 4, 2022, Eastern Standard Time. 8:35 a.m. That game starts in 13 hours, about roughly. I think 9:20 p.m. Eastern is the tip. So 8:35 a.m. Monday, April 4th. I'm purposely putting this out there before the game starts to show you Kansas is going to win a rigged national title. And a couple scriptures I want to mention. I forgot to mention, which, I've been asked as a Christian, why do you expose these rigged games? And it is so people know the truth. They know the truth in all things, because the devil lies to us in so many ways, and we need to know the truth. We need to know the truth because we need to be aware of the devil's devices. And we don't want to be deceived in any way with anything. We want to always have as much truth as we can. And there's so many Christians out there that believe that sports are legitimate, but so many of these games are rigged. And that's why I'm doing this, to show you the truth of how the devil works. The devil is in the details, and so many of these games are rigged. So you don't want people to believe that these are legitimate athletic contests when they're not. I'm not saying that all sports everywhere are rigged. I'm not saying, a high school golf tournament is rigged or anything like that. But at the professional and college level, a lot of these events are rigged. Ephesians 5:11, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. John 8:32, Jesus Christ speaking, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we don't want to be ignorant of Satan's devices. We want to know the truth in all things as much as we can. All of us are going to be deceived on some level, we can never know the absolute truth and everything like God, but we should strive to know as much truth as we can. And the truth is that many of these college and pro sporting events are rigged. And when you see all this going on, the death of Bill Self's father, um, and when you see all these numbers they constantly put at here, 666, associated with Kansas, they always associate the 666 with teams that are going to win championships. And the 33 just popping up over and over again, $3.3 million bet, 33-second video clip of Ochai Agbaji, the $3.3 million bet story, number 33 for Kansas, 33 here again. 33 wins for Kansas. There's your 6-6 again. It becomes blatantly obvious. You see this clip here of this commercial being played over and over again ad nauseum for Nissan, Road to the Final Four, and the only mascot in it of a team playing the NCAA tournament is Kansas, and he's got the number 1 on his jersey. And of course, most of all, this.
Tonight, and let me tell you something. Not only are they going to play for the national championship Monday, they are going to win the national championship Monday. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah, you know what? Guarantee? Yeah. Guarantee. Is that what we like to call a guarantee? Yeah.
And you see Charles Barkley telling you plainly Kansas is going to win the national championship, and Clark Kellogg laughing about it. So sometimes they just straight up tell you right beforehand who's going to win the national championship and or going to win, a title. And Charles Barkley tells you plainly Kansas is before it happens. I don't gamble. I believe gambling is witchcraft. It absolutely is a sin. This is easy money for gamblers. Part of why they do this. I don't gamble. I believe it's witchcraft and a serious sin to the Lord. But I just wanted to put this out there. These pro sports are rigged. A lot of college sports are rigged as well. People need to wake up and be aware. These are rituals. This is not just a fair competitive game. So just wanted to put this out there. We'll see what happens tonight, but I would be very shocked if Kansas doesn't win. So just want to put that out there. God bless all you that are in the Lord, and I'll talk to you real soon.